For some reason, Koei Tecmo once again shadow drops a game. First we got PC ports for Warriors Orochi 3 and Samurai Warriors 4. Then we got a remaster of Ninja Gaiden Black 2. And now, we have Warriors Abyss.
Sabi mo sa bad man.
It's no port nor remaster slash remake, but a completely new game. So it's even more surprising that Koei decided to randomly release this game. No marketing whatsoever. So what is Warriors Abyss exactly? I got my hands on this game thanks to a review copy being provided for me, and after playing through a bit of it, I can clearly see that this is a Musou roguelike. It gives me Hades meets Vampire Survivors meets Musou games, if that makes sense to you. Koei Tecmo describes the game as a roguelike, and I can definitely see that. You make your way through various levels to get to the next stage, face off against hordes of enemies and bosses, and when you die, you start over from scratch. This is probably my first pure roguelike experience, as opposed to roguelites, where there's still some sort of progression system. If I could make any comparison from games I played, I'd say Hades is a roguelite, since it lets you upgrade your character and their weapons and artifacts. And if we were to make a Musou comparison, I would say that the Gauntlet mode in Warriors Orochi 3 is kind of a roguelite experience, as you retain and share the levels of your characters from the main modes of the game. So as I've played through Warriors Abyss, I've managed to beat at least 2 or 3 of the bosses per dungeon. I wonder how I'm supposed to reach the end of this game, because this is a roguelike. Unless I'm missing something, I don't get to keep my progress from past attempts. What I could do is spend the currency I earned from these runs to buy characters and formations to increase my chances of success. So far I did really well playing as Cao Cao and as Tadakatsu Honda. The latter cost like 5k if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I really am interested, how am I going to beat this game? Gameplay wise, it's exactly how it sounds like. A Musou roguelike. Your playable characters are from Dynasty Warriors 8 and Samurai Warriors 4, including Spirit of Sanada's Masayuki and Sasuke. You can summon characters you unlock to do area of effect attacks. You can do Musou attacks. It's pretty much what you expect. I will say, this game does what it sets out to do, and I'm having fun currently playing this game. Earlier levels are kinda quick and underwhelming, but once you make progress, that's when there are more enemies and it gets difficult. Is there a story to this game? Well, yes. Most of the story dialogue so far from what I've played comes in this visual novel style format. You'll mostly be talking to the character King Enma, who summoned you to this world. Nothing really gripping unless you like femboys. For negatives, the menus stick out to me. The game just has this mobile game vibe to it, which I'm surprised this game isn't out on the Switch or mobile. Especially since we're using Dynasty Warriors 8 and Samurai Warriors 4 era graphics and designs. Graphics aren't a huge deal to me, especially since I do have fun with Warriors Abyss. But I have to admit that the jump from Origins to this is kinda jarring visually. Now, would I recommend Warriors Abyss? I would say, for its price, you're getting a fun roguelike experience. I guess you could also argue that you'll get your money's worth more if you just bought Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate, which has Gauntlet mode and of course the main modes of a Musou game. To that, I will actually agree with you.
Alright.
The only way I would recommend Warriors Abyss over Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate is if you're a console player and you don't want to get the console version of Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate, as the PC version is the definitive edition, which is the visually superior version with all the DLCs unlocked. Speaking of DLCs, why the fuck are the DLC costumes in Warriors Abyss as expensive as the game itself? Never change, Koei. Never change with your DLC practices. No, I'm kidding. Please change, because what the fuck are we doing here? And that's all I have to say about Warriors Abyss. It's a fun Musou roguelike, though pretty dated Musou era designs and mobile game looking UI. I'd say it's a good head empty, turn off your brain game. Had it been priced like a full price 2024 game, I would be singing a different tune, honestly. But that's it for this video. I'm Dracula Morphy, Cat Vampire, VTuber, and take care everyone.